Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. It is time for a monitoring my beauty purchases, but before we do that we must say hello to the star of the show. It's Freya. Hello Freya. Hello, it's been a long time since we've sat here and filmed, hasn't it? Then we had a big holiday, all sorts of stuff going on. Oh my god, thank you. That's just so lovely. My hair is wet. It is wet with dog saliva. My face is wet. My neck is wet. I feel like she's been drooling on me a lot lately. If you've been watching my advent calendar unboxings, you'll know what that's referencing. But it is time for monitoring my beauty purchases. What have I purchased recently and why? So usually I would combine this with, was that haul worth it? So that's where I take a look back at purchases from a year prior. I'm not doing that this month because I didn't purchase anything in December of 2023. Well, sorry, 22, December 22. Technically I did, I bought the Beautylish Lucky Bag, but you know how it goes. I only talk about things that I have in my hot little hands, and I do have some other things arriving. They're just not here yet, and I'm not waiting. I want to film this video. The sooner I film it, the sooner I can edit it, and the sooner I can start my little end of year break. So I'm pretty keen to do that because everyone loves a break. This was all stuff that I purchased during the Black Friday sales and had been holding off and wanting to buy for quite some time. Although some things, look, let's just get into it. Something that I knew I really needed was sunscreen. So I jumped on the Ultraviolet website to see, you know, what they were doing for Black Friday. And they didn't have a sale, but they did have a gift with purchase. So if you made a purchase, you would get the Extreme Screen. This is a hydrating body and hand skin screen. I actually have one of these and I'm using it. It is really nice. I think the only thing that I sometimes don't like about it is it's quite a glowy sunscreen, and it leaves, you know, it leaves a residue on you like so many sunscreens do. There's not really that many on the market that are good, that leave you like dry to the touch. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. It is what it is. But the reason why I'm not always a super fan of the, like, you know, the glowiness, because that can look really nice, but sometimes if I'm going out and I'm, you know, I've just washed my hair and I'm going out to a place where I want to look good and my hair is like sticking to my skin and slowly the ends are getting greasier and greasier throughout the day, that is like a pet peeve of mine. So on those days, I would not use this. I would avoid, unless I'm wearing my hair up, and then it's not such a big deal. So anyway, I was pretty happy to have another one of them because it's summer here and, you know, the one that I've got has been significantly used. So I was like, okay, well, I'm here to buy sunscreen and I'm going to get one of those for free, which is great. Now I just need to decide what sunscreen I want. And to be honest, I couldn't. So I picked up this. Is it V or Vi? I'm not sure. V's Little Closet of Cuties. So this is really cute, guys. Stop it. It's adorable. So this was $80 and I vaguely remember like sort of doing the maths in my head to see if it was worth it. Like if the dollar to mil value worked out well. And I think it was okay. Not amazing, but it was all right. Or maybe it was like 1 for 1. I can't remember. Anyway, since I wasn't really sure what sunscreen I would want to buy, and there was a couple of new ones that I hadn't tried yet, I thought, why don't I just buy this? I could try them all out. They're in minis. I don't have to make a big commitment to anything. And then I can choose which one works for my skin now. My skin has changed a lot this year. Like we've been through a lot together. We are starting to be friends again. It's great. I'm going to show you a product that has sort of changed my life. and I'm just not really sure what sunscreen my skin is gonna like. So I bought me a mini pack. You get a Supreme screen. These guys are 15 mils, a lean screen. I feel like, or maybe I have tried these three. Clean screen. You don't get a queen screen in here. I feel like I've only tried 3. So my guess is, I don't know. I can't remember. Supreme and clean and queen. I don't know. Maybe I haven't tried lean. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't matter. You also get a mini of the Sheen Screen Hydrating Lip Balm. This is in the color Bejeweled. It's just 7 grams. It's like, give me mini lip products. I love them. I believe I decluttered most of the ones that I had, if not all, simply because they were getting old. And when you're talking about sunscreen, like, you want that stuff to be fresh. Also, another reason why I was kind of like, maybe I really should just get this. I think some of their sunscreens have been reformulated since I originally tried them. Like some of these sort of base line ones that they released in the early days of Ultraviolet. This here is the Preen Screen. So it's an SPF application mist. That one's 30 ml. I haven't tried that before. I also have not tried this, the Fave Fluid. This is the Ultralight Skin Screen. Again, 30 mils. I'm very interested to try that out. And of course, this is great because it's going straight in my handbag. It's a mini of the Extreme Screen Hydrating Body and Hand Skin Screen, the sunscreen. Oh my god, I was just disaster has struck. I was opening it thinking it was like a twist off cap, because I was going to say, you know what would be awesome about this, if you could refill it with your big bottle. And then I was like, hang on, why isn't it opening? I look down and she's leaking. You know why? Because wow, that smells great. I feel like, have they changed the scent? That smells great. The product actually dispenses from the tube here. You twist it and squeeze and a little bit comes out. So their mini packaging is the same as their maxi packaging, which is great. It would be awesome if you could like refill the mini of this to keep it in your handbag for touch-ups. So I would definitely say that that purchase was kind of like, it was necessary because I need facial sunscreen. That was like my big issue. Also, I feel like, have they reformulated this? I feel like it's not as, I'm just rubbing it on my knees because, you know, why not? I feel like it's not as, I'm just gonna say it, greasy as the one that I have. I don't know. Anyway, what I was saying was, I feel like this was a purchase that touched on I need X item, but also paying homage to that part of me that loves to, you know, try new stuff. I mean, I wouldn't say that mini sunscreens are really functional. For me, it's something that you have it in a full size, like you need it in a full size. But the fact that I now get to like try out a whole bunch of these and work out what is actually going to work for my skin, that excites me. I'm like, I can find the one for me, and then we can just go on and have like a nice, happy, long-term relationship. And something else I will say about ultraviolet sunscreens, even though they have quite a wide variety, and like I said, I've tried some of them, I would have a favorite, but the other ones that I had were totally usable. It was just a matter of like, you know, I'm going to buy my favorite over the other ones. So there you go. Cute. I like it. I'm happy. Let's talk about Paula's Choice next, because this has literally been on my mind. Like, I want to go and make a Paula's Choice order for probably like 6 months. But I was holding off because I wanted to make sure that I was doing it when there was a really good sale on. And I also was waiting to sort of finish up a few more products because I didn't want to just order like 1 or 2 things. I wanted to be like, okay, I can justify making a sort of larger order because I genuinely need things, or I am low enough to justify it. And that has been one of my big rules this year, is to you know, not just buy crap for the sake of buying crap, but to buy the stuff that I genuinely need, or I am low enough on that I'm not adding a big problem to my stash. Okay, I've just brought up my order because I could remember a couple of the things that I actually purchased, but then I knew that a lot of them were also gift with purchases, which was awesome. So the first thing that I wanted, I was like, I am getting this. It is the 2% BHA liquid exfoliant. I love this stuff. I do also like their AHA, which I picked up in a different form, but for my face, this is what I love. Absolutely love it. I also actually ended up with a second one because I think I spent a certain amount of money, which meant you could get one of these for free in the holiday packaging. So I have ended up with 2 of them, and that's awesome. Love that stuff. Can't wait to start using it and see how my skin responds to it. Now, I mean, it's a gamble. My skin might be like, we don't like that anymore. I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm just trying to finish up my Pixie Glow Tonic. The next thing that I grabbed was the 8% AHA gel exfoliant. So this is the gel formula. And the reason why I picked this up is because I love to put some of this into my body moisturizer, mix them together and then apply them. I get those little bumps on the back of my legs. I think people say it's keratosis pilaris. I don't know if it is. I only typically get it in the winter months when I'm wearing pants. To me, it's like the friction of the material rubbing on my skin causes little bumps. I think it's actually more related to like ingrown hairs. I don't know. But I love it. I just love using a body moisturizer with an exfoliant in it because the results that I get from that is fantastic. I just love it. Now you can obviously buy body moisturizers with exfoliators in them. I would kind of like to always go down the route of the more affordable options. Look, I will admit it's been quite a few years since I've gone into a Priceline or a Chemist Warehouse and looked at body moisturizers, so I'm actually not really aware of what's on the market. But in my mind, I was like, this is going to last me so long and I'm going to be able to use it with any of the moisturizers I have. If you do buy exfoliating moisturizers in Australia from places like Chemist Warehouse or Priceline or, you know, discount retailers, let me know. Let me know what they are because I am curious. But again, I do love the fact that I can choose my moisturizer, add that to it, and then I get to like also pick my scent. My like, is it going to be nice and light for summer or is it going to be like body balmy for winter? Like that's what I think. I also wanted to get some moisturizers because I'm currently using the Glow Recipe, the Pharmacy Honey Halo moisturizer, and it's like the only thing that's working for me. That and another product I'm going to show you in a sec. And I'm trying to get around having 2 really expensive like hero products in my stash. So I was kind of like, let's play around with some other moisturizers and see if I can make things work and just keep one of the expensive products in my routine. I don't know, that might be wishful thinking, but anyway, I bought a bunch of moisturizers. So I picked up the Replenishing moisturizer with hyaluronic acid and peptides. This is for dry to very dry skin, so you know, I'm hopeful. We'll see how we go with that. And then I also picked up some, like I got a mini pack and then I purchased a mini individually because I was trying to reach a price cap or a spend cap because I wanted to get the other gift with purchase items. And I figured this, I would definitely say that this it's not a good deal. Like this little guy cost me really $15 what a rip. And then these guys, I think it was like on sale for 50 something dollars. Like, it's not a good deal. They're only 15 ml little samples as well. So I got the Water Infusing Electrolyte Moisturiser. That sounds lovely. In the little like mini pack of moisturizers, I got the C5 Super Boost Moisturizer. I won't use that because I don't use vitamin C moisturizers. I was in my head, I was thinking I'll give it to mum, but she recently had a really bad reaction to a vitamin C serum and actually ended up at the doctor's to treat it. So I think I need to, you know, cross mum off the list for vitamin C products. I think she was a bit traumatized by that. I also got the oil-free moisturizer with vitamin B3 and blueberry. This is for blemish prone skin. I really don't think that this is going to be suitable for me, but I'll at least give it a go. I have the Super Light Daily Wrinkle Defense Tinted Base SPF 30. This is one of those like color adjusting ones, I think. So I'm not sure that I'm going to like it, but maybe I will. Maybe it's not color adjusting. It just says to shake well. So I'm like, that concerns me. And then I got the Barrier Repair Advanced Moisturizer, which I actually ended up with as a full size with a gift with purchase. So I was keen to try these products. This was one that I wanted to buy. And when I saw that this was like a gift with purchase and it came with a Barrier Repair Advanced Moisturizer, it's got tripeptide 5 and ceramides. I think ceramides are doing good things for my skin at the moment. I figured that I would prefer to spend money on some other things that I would be kind of keen to try, like facial moisturizers, and then get these guys for free. So I've got the Weightless Body Treatment 2% BHA, so it's a moisturizer with BHA in it, and of course a Barrier Repair Moisturizer. And the other gift with purchase, I was kind of on the fence about this, but I was literally like, I don't know, $13 away from the spend, and I had been looking at the Water Infuse and I was like, just do it, who cares? You've barely bought anything all year, so may as well just go for it. This is a Pro Collagen Multi-Peptide Booster. So we'll see if that is any good. I am really low on serums, so in my mind I was like, you know, you're going to get it as a gift with a purchase anyway, so go ahead and buy the moisturizers and all that crap that you want, and you're going to get a serum. If it doesn't work out for you, then it doesn't work out, and if it does, then you've discovered something new that you like, and that's always fun and exciting. The last thing that I purchased was from Stylevana. That's it. I was going to check my emails. It's the Dear Klairs Fundamental Watery Oil Drop. So I purchased 3. I ended up with this product in one of the what's it called, the Yes Style advent calendars, and I had it kicking around for ages, didn't use it, was sort of, you know, I kind of thought, oh, it's a nice big bottle of face oil, and I'm not really using face oil, so it just wasn't my preference of product at the time. My skin wasn't responding to them as well, so I just never got around to using it. Anyway, got to this year, skin terribly dry and nothing wants to work. And I had a bottle of this in the back of my cupboard, and I was like I said, I'm super low on like serums and stuff like that. So I thought, well, now's the time to try it. If it works, it works. And if it doesn't, who cares? Because nothing else is. So you're not going to be any worse off. Turns out it's absolutely phenomenal. It is so freaking good. And funny thing is, I went ahead and started using this and the Pharmacy Honey Halo Moisturizer pretty much back to back. So I think I started using the moisturizer first, and then started using this, and my skin was just like, it just changed. Like overnight I started to feel a difference because my skin wasn't as dry, and notice a difference. I wasn't like, my fine lines, and it's not even like fine lines from aging, it's like dehydration lines. Like I would move, talk, and you could see like all of these tiny little lines in my skin, and that just went away. So I was like, right, we found it. I'm so excited. So I started to sort of play around with, is it the moisturizer or is it this? I worked out it is a combination. Like the best results that I get are the combination of the two, but this supports a lot of moisturizers a lot better than how they work just on their own for me. So when it came to Black Friday, I was like, right, I'm gonna get me some of that, and maybe also get me some of the pharmacy moisturizer. But then I realized this retails for like 50 Australian dollars, and I was just like, why is this happening? Because the pharmacy moisturizer is expensive as well. I didn't go into that. I was just like, let's pick one and go with it. And this felt to me like the smarter purchase to make. I did get a pretty good deal on these. I wouldn't say that Stylevana's, was it Stylevana? Yeah, I think so. I wouldn't say that their Black Friday sale was anything like really impressive. Like if you're not giving me minimum 30 to 40% off, like I don't actually deem you to be having like any sort of impressive sale. Like I don't really care, but I was desperate at the time, so I picked up 3 of them, and I think I got them for around $30 each, which was pretty good. I do have a bottle that is almost done. I think I probably go through a bottle of this stuff in about 2.5 months, maybe. So this should give me a little bit of time to, like, you know, wait for the next sale to pop up. It also gives me a little bit of wiggle room to try out some other serums, and I think that's where I was really struggling this year with my skincare. The fact that I didn't have anything that was working for me, like nothing at all. And when you have a skincare routine that does work for you, and you can introduce another product to see if your skin remains in like a happy, stable spot, or if it, you know, maybe it breaks you out, or it irritates you, or it's not meeting your needs for hydration or whatever, you can still fall back on what you were already using. And I had nothing that was working for me, absolutely nothing. So it took me almost a freaking year to find the routine that was, you know, gonna work for me. So now I feel like I can actually have some fun with skincare again, whereas prior to finding that the pharmacy and the Dear Klairs work really well together for my skin, I just had a lot of anxiety and like stress about it. I was like, what, like I can't introduce anything, because if my skin gets worse, it's just gonna like set me off. So I'm pretty happy about that. I am playing around with some different moisturizers because the pharmacy is getting low, but if push comes to shove, I will probably buy a bottle of the pharmacy moisturizer, maybe even 2, so that I have that like safety net of skincare that I know works for me while I play around with some other stuff. I really love trying new skincare, and it's never really been, I've never really been one to like want to use the same serum and the same moisturizer all the time. Like that doesn't really bring me joy. I have felt like I was ready to commit to like an eye cream or a serum, and I do use the Lancome Genifique eye serum. Not always, but it's one of those products that I've repurchased quite a few times because I know that it works for me. and when I feel like I need it. If I don't have it, I will happily buy it. But other than like eye creams, I don't want to commit to just one single or a couple of single like skincare products. I want to be able to try new things because I love that, and it makes me, you know, I think it's really fun. So to be in a position now where I'm like, oh great, there's only 2 products that have worked for me in almost a year, that's a bit disheartening. You know, it kind of takes the fun out of it for me. But now I have that hope again that I'll be able to play around with some new skincare products. And God knows, now I have a whole bunch to try out. So there's that. This video has been pretty long for a monitoring my beauty purchases episode, but I do want to talk about my low buy this year and how I've gone with it. So last year when I, you know, decided I was going to do a low buy, like I said earlier in the video, my general rules were, if I have an excess of that product, then it's a no buy. So it was going to be things like, you know, blush and highlight, eyeshadow palettes was a really big one, lip products, like a lot of makeup that I just had too much of. And there were certainly some skincare products in that category as well, or maybe more specifically body care products where I was like, I know I'm not going to be able to, or I'm not going to need to buy them for at least another year. But when it came to other things, it was not necessarily a replacement purchase. So I had to be like running out and not have any of that product. But if I was down to like, for example, say face wash, I typically like to have 2 or 3 on the go, 2 at the basin, 1 in the shower. And if I got down to those 3, then I would, you know, allow myself to buy maybe 1 or 2 more, maybe even 3, depending on, you know, how much product I had left in the bottles that I was currently using. And when it came to things like body moisturiser, I knew that I had enough for the year, but by the time the end of the year would be rolling around, I would be in a position where I'd be ready to buy a few more. So if I, you know, saw something on sale or whatever, I wouldn't be worried about buying that. So it was less about the, you know, don't spend money, and it was more about don't bring in too much of things that you already have plenty of. And I have to say that I feel like I smashed it this year. I really am proud of what I did with my low buy. In the past, when I've done low buys, it's been very restricted, and also it's usually been about like the spend, like the monetary amount that I'm spending, rather than the products that I'm bringing into my life. And I think for me, this works so much better. Now, I will admit that, I mean, we bought a house this year, so there were financial restrictions that prevented me from purchasing things. I would say there were times during the year where I wanted to stress buy, and I didn't. So I'm proud of myself for not doing that, but also I think about it in a bit of a different perspective of, you know, if we weren't under the financial pressure and like buying the house and all that stuff, would I have even been wanting to stress buy? So yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter now because it's all in the past. It's, you know, it is what it is. But despite all of that, I'm still really happy with how it's turned out. And I'm going to continue it, but not because it's like something that I want to track. It's, I think, simply now because I prefer it. To sit here and look at the products that I've just shown you guys that I purchased this year, there's nothing there that I'm like, oh my God, it's going to take me like a year before I even crack that open because I've got 10 things that I want to pan. Like, a lot of these things will likely be opened and finished in the next 12 months. I mean, opened probably in the next like month. And some of them, even like the mini moisturizers, they could be gone in easily a month. I am really, really happy with how I've gone with my low buy this year. And I'm, like I said, I'm going to continue it, but I'm not going to monitor it because I don't think I need to. I don't really feel the urge to buy things anymore that I have an excess of. That doesn't excite me. The thing that does excite me is when I'm getting low on a particular type of product, and then I start to, you know, browse the shops or browse online for products in that category that, you know, I saw release ages ago and I've been interested in trying it, but I just haven't until now. Or I get to keep an eye out for, you know, current new products releasing, and I can buy it if I want, and I don't have to feel guilty about it. So I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm just gonna keep doing it. You guys will see how I'm going with it anyway. I am gonna keep monitoring my beauty purchases in the future, because I definitely think that this series it's sparked a lot of the like learning to manage my spending habits. And I will definitely say, like, the first year that I did it, which was, I think it was 2021, you know, I bought a lot of stuff, and 2022 I bought less stuff, and in this year I bought even less. And in saying that, the next video that you see, so I think tomorrow's video, that will be a ranking my 2023 purchases, and you are going to be able to see like the things that defined my year in beauty, because I had like an obsession with nails. I had a skin freak out that I was trying to fix. And then towards the end of the year, it was more about like replenishing my stocks, essentially. All right, guys, I have blabbered on enough. I'm going to leave it there. Feel free to chime in. Let me know your thoughts on anything that I picked up here. Again, if you know of a body moisturizer that is affordable and a really nice formula, and it contains like a BHA or an AHA in it, let me know. I'm very, very curious. I'm all ears. And if your Black Friday orders are rolling in, let me know what you picked up. Did you do a restock? Did you go mad? Let me know. Let me know all the things, and I will see you guys tomorrow.